I teach A-list Hollywood actors how to master the American accent on movie sets. And on this video, I'm going to share with you the one trick that I teach them to get instant results. Hey there, I'm Gabriel from GV Voice Academy, your accent production instructor to help you get that much closer to mastering the American accent. Before I share you this secret, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get access to all of my game-changing videos to help you master the American accent. Also check out my 5-star best-selling accent reduction course. I left the link below, as well as my other communication courses to help take your communication to the next level. You can also join my Gabriel All-Star membership, where I'm currently creating an accent reduction lesson catered to my All-Star members. Just click the join link below for more details. Now, the trick that I'm about to share with you is exactly the same reason why I got into this accent reduction game. It's something I discovered as a singing teacher. And what I noticed is people with accents who would come to my singing studio, they would sing a standard American song and their accents would just disappear. And this happened time and time again until I started really analyzing it and figuring out what transpired to go from a thick accent to a 100% pure American accent when they would sing the song. So what happens when we sing? When we sing, we elongate what? We elongate vowel sounds. We don't elongate consonants. It's impossible to elongate a consonant because it's not an open sound. So when we sing, our mouths open and accommodate these long-winded vowel sounds, which is very similar to how Americans talk. When you hear them talk, they're lingering on vowel sounds, not consonants. Vowel sounds. Vowel sounds. It's kind of like singing opera. So when we sing a standard song, we elongate these vowels so the brain is able to identify them with no rush. So it's easier for our brains to process the sounds we need to sound American. Now I'm going to give you an example. Now here is a standard nursery rhyme that's very popular, and I want you to take some time now to read this. Just read it as it is. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that, and then we'll come right back here, okay? Whenever you're ready, and then we'll come right back here. Okay, I'm hoping you paused me and you did that. What you probably noticed is that the typical things happen with people with accents. They tend to put a lot of emphasis on the L's, for example, and they tend to swallow those vowels. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, an example of a Russian accent, or twinkle, twinkle, little star, Indian accent, or twinkle, twinkle, little star, Spanish accent, or twinkle, twinkle, little star, Chinese accent. But what is each one of these accents doing? What do they all have in common? They're not elongating the vowel sounds, and they're putting a lot more emphasis on the consonants. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, versus singing out those vowels. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That was all vowels. And so that's what's happening. That's this phenomenon that I was telling you about. When we sing, we are exaggerating the American accent, which in turn eliminates the foreign accent. And stick around because we're going to be implementing this into an actual real-time speech that we use every day. So let's try this first line together, singing it through, putting emphasis on the vowels, not the consonants. Together. Let's pick a note, shall we? There you go. C. It doesn't matter if you don't hit the right pitch or whatever, that's fine. You don't have to be a great singer to do this. It's the elongation of the vowels that we're focusing on. So together. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You see how we automatically relax those L's? A lot of accents tend to hit those L's hard. Twinkle versus twinkle. Star. See how it opened up that ah sound versus star, star. See how that helps? Next line. How I wonder where you are would be an Indian accent. How I wonder where you are, Spanish. How I wonder where you are. Again, what do these accents have in common? They're not elongating the vowels. Let's do this from the top again, including the second line. Starting on the and twinkle, twinkle, little star. Going on. How I wonder what you are. Going on. Up above the world so high. like a diamond in the sky. Vowel, 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 vowel. Let's finish it off. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there in public and sing your way through this American accent, but this exercise trains your brain to make space and way for those targets to resonate. Don't let those consonants bully in there to give you that accent. Now, here's something else we're going to do to make this transition from a song into an American accent. We sang it with a melody, didn't we? Da da dee da 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 da. Forget about the melody now. Let's just speak it, but still elongating the vowels like we did when we're singing it. So for example, instead of twinkle, twinkle, little star, twinkle, twinkle, little star. We're just speaking it, but maintaining the openness of those vowels like we did in the melody. Going on. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Allow yourselves to make way for those vowels. Your body's going to fight you. It's going to want to bully in those consonants, like a diamond in the sky. No, like a diamond in the sky. Open, open, open. Going on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. It kind of sounds like we're drunk, doesn't it? How I wonder where you are. And it's also similar to the surfer dude theory I was telling you about in my other videos. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, subscribe and review my videos. Same principle. Good. So now let's do this a little more in real time, like how we would say it normally, but keeping in mind those open vowels. For example, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I'm keeping my mouth open, my throat open. I'm not letting my consonants bully those vowels into a tight twinkle little star. Open, relaxed. So there's 3 transitions. You sing it like you would the normal melody, elongating the vowels, and then you get rid of the melody, but keep the same pacing. And then the 3rd time around, you get rid of everything, but keep the song in the back of your head. And that's going to automatically help you relax your way through. Now, people ask me, is this what you do on Hollywood sets? Yeah, this is what I do when people come across a very complicated word they just can't get across. Sustainability, for example. This is one that I worked on recently with a client. Sustainability. She could not get that right. Sustainability. She just couldn't get it right. And she was panicking, and she had to go on set in a few minutes because they changed the line on her. So all I told her to do was to sing it out. And she had the song. We created a little melody. Sustainability, 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 sustainability. And then she had it. The melody will guide you through to those relaxed, open vowel sounds. People often ask me, well, how am I going to translate that into everyday conversation? You know, if I'm in the tech field and I'm talking about tech stuff, how possibly am I going to be able to sing my way through that complicated jargon? Well, I've created an example for you, okay? I chose the tech industry. It could be any industry. Here is a short text speech that I want us to do in the same melody as we did Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Do you remember the melody of that one? Da, 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 da. Keep that in your head, okay? Now, like before, I want you to look at this and I want you to just read it normally, okay? Pause me if you need to. Read the whole thing like you would normally. Don't try to do anything to it. Just read it normally. Did you get a chance to read it through? Okay, I'm assuming you paused me. Great. So now, let's sing this like we would Twinkle, Twinkle and see what happens. Here we go. Follow me. Same note. Tech is changing every day. So do you see those vowels A, changing, day? See how those were elaborated in this song? Because I guarantee you when you said it, the tech changing is every day. Hey, 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 hey. Versus every day. Tech is changing every day. Going on. In our work and in our play. Phones and apps and AI too. Helping dreams and ideas come true. Code and circuits light the way, building up a bright new day. Sorry, it's very hot. Okay, now, do you see what's happening? See how all of a sudden you're just allowing your body to open up space to let these vowels resonate. If I'm going too fast, or if you're just learning the song, by all means, you could stop, repeat each phrase until you get in your body. And your neighbors are probably wondering, why is he singing about tech stuff? But do you get the point of what I'm saying? If you allow those vowels to resonate, if you give it the space it needs, then it will fix itself into the American accent we all know. So now, let's go to step 2, like we were saying, where we get rid of the melody. Keep the pacing of it and the openness from the top. Tech is changing every day in our work and in our play. Phones and apps and AI too, helping dreams and ideas come true. Let those vowels resonate. Code and circuits light the way, building up a bright new day. It should feel ridiculous. You should feel like you can't possibly expect me to go out there in public sounding like this. But you are training your body to open up those vowels and to push those consonants aside. So now let's go to the third level where we said we're just going to talk it almost in real time, but keeping the openness of those vowels. Here we go. Tech is changing every day in our work and in our play. Phones and apps and AI too, helping dreams and ideas come true. Code and circuits light the way, building up a bright new day. Now, do you notice that as we did this, we still had a bit of that melody left over? Ba ba bee ba 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 ba. Ba ba bee ba 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 ba. Well, that is a very typical American rhythm. This is why I chose this particular song, this particular melody. Da ba 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 ba. I say this a lot in these videos. That rhythm could be used in anything you say. Thank you all for coming. I'm really glad you're here. I want to introduce you to a very good friend of mine who is absolutely killing it in the tech field. Ba 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 ba. So, moving forward, whenever you come across a difficult word, a difficult phrase, or if you have some speech to do, find yourself a melody. It doesn't have to be Twinkle, Twinkle. It can literally be whatever you want to do, your favorite song, and add that in there, and that's going to automatically open things up, getting you that much closer to mastering the American accent.